last one. That one was more education about immigrants, but this is the last thing I'm going to say about this girl. I don't have hate for anyone. I think she is definitely going to have a slap on her ass in some way. She's losing a lot of fans. Just one for, I mean, anytime a celebrity talks out politically, they're going to lose fans because there's two sides of the fence, and that's a big risk. That's why a lot of celebrities and musicians stay quiet. Also, she's going to be attacked more in the media, which all does bring press back to her. It's going to put more of a limelight, which she loves so much. I used to think that Meghan Markle was like the worst, like, tabloid, hungry, festering person, but she just got demoted because Taylor Swift is #1. I think Meghan Markle and Taylor Swift should be best friends, and I think Meghan Markle and Harry and Taylor and they should be a foursome because they act just like each other. It's always someone else. They open their mouth without any educated opinions. They're on the bandwagon of politics, and none of them have a place to be there, especially Prince Harry, who's not even American, and Taylor, who does. Listen, in order to have a public opinion and a public stance and that much of a platform, you need to have three things. And this is like America's fucking checks and balances. Do you know how many electoral college votes it takes to become a president? Or what percentage of American voters that you need to acquire to be considered the public vote? If you can't give me a percentage and you can't give me a number without Googling it, then maybe you should shut the fuck up. Number two, if you do not know how a bill is written or put into play, or who has the decision at the end of the day to veto it or pass it, if you don't know the branches of the houses and what they do each specifically, then sit the fuck down and shut your mouth. Number three, if you don't take into consideration the poor and middle class who is always most affected by an election, if you can't relate in any clear way to those people, those are a majority of this country. Poor and middle class make up majority of this country. If you cannot fairly represent their realism, sit the fuck down. Because you're the 1%. You're the gifted, the protected, and has access to anything they need. So you have no idea the realism of those who don't have that. If you do not have a political science degree and you are in the public eye and you have millions of subscribers, you really shouldn't say anything. At one point in this country, it was actually way back when these laws first were passed and the Constitution was made, you did not say who you were voting for. You weren't allowed to publicly promote a vote, because everybody was to decide for themselves. It's called the silent ballot for a reason. There's always been separate from celebrities and all of that up until the last, 20 years. Musicians, actors, anyone in the public eye, any kind of influencer, they're dipping into politicians. Just by them speaking a name and endorsing it, it's no different than buying a vote or allowing a legal immigrant to vote because it's a manipulated vote. People are just going to vote because they love Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift told them to vote. People really are that mindless and that brainless when it comes to a decision, and Taylor Swift knows that. The people that paid Taylor Swift to say what she has said know that. Her endorsement is huge to Camilla's platform. They pay these celebrities down low. You're probably never going to find proof of it, or maybe you will. But a lot of it comes from the people around her. She has entered a football family that is highly political. Her boyfriend took millions of dollars to push that shot for COVID, push the COVID shot before it was even stable and effective. And he don't even know the statistics of the reactions people have to that and how little in effect it is to keep you from getting COVID again, because every year, like the flu, COVID makes a new strain. And that one virus doesn't alter every year. They're giving you the same one as the year before, and they're giving you COVID when you get that shot. Just like majority of people who get the flu shot have a few days of symptoms. They're giving you the virus. It is not effective. And if it was 100% effective, every doctor would endorse it, and a lot of doctors won't even get it themselves still to this day, because it was pushed, it was rushed, and that man knows nothing about the medical industry or the seriousness of what it means to be of us American citizens who did not get a voice in keeping our jobs. We were either told to get the shot or you lose your job. That's a totalitarian country, and that's the kind of world that her boyfriend represents. He takes money for that. He works for organizations that are pushing a totalitarian society. We should always have the right of what's going in our body and what isn't. And when they forced that shot, they took our vote for having that choice. And I have something called Guillain-Barré. My grandpa was paralyzed from a flu shot due to an allergic reaction. So I won't touch the COVID shot because it's made very similarly to the flu shot. And nobody can guarantee that you're not going to have a reaction if you have that gene. I'm literally risking my life and mobility to put my faith in a shot because some fucking asshole stood on the TV and, just like why our country shut down in COVID because of panic. Everybody panicked. We are going to get it. Look at us now. We have COVID right back filling our hospitals again. There's no way to avoid it. It's like the cold and the flu. You can't just seclude a country. You can't just shut a country down. And that's not going to defeat a problem. But because everybody panicked, they fed into that public image. A lot of celebrities came out during COVID to give us faith and hope. They use celebrities as mouthpiece, and they're highly paid to do that. And I have zero respect for anyone who is paid to be a mouthpiece because I'm original. I am a free thinker, and at no time would I ever, look, I don't have 1 million people watching me. I don't even have 100,000 people watching me. My voice is very small. I have freedom that's not going to affect the world on a grand scale. If I did not have that freedom, my mouth would be shut. Nobody would know what political aspects I am from or what I believe in. I wouldn't promote any kind of medical endorsement. I wouldn't promote any kind of lifestyle choice other than what I was living myself. If it isn't authentic and original to me, it can step the fuck off. I don't care how much money you're willing to pay me. I'm not going to be fake for hire. So I have zero respect for any musician and or celebrity who is fake for hire. And Taylor, she had us fooled for a very long time as America's little sweetheart, super duper helpful girl, always being there for people. She's crafty. She's a master manipulator and a mastermind. That's why she is where she is. I don't fault her for that genius brain. I fault her for the ways in which she gets things done. If you are able to enhance her career or collab with her or be successful with her in any way, she will keep you in her good graces. She will be your best friend. She will love bomb the fuck out of you so that she can keep you in your pocket anytime she needs you. You're a pawn to her. It's very evident in every relationship she ever has and how she expresses it. Actions speak loudly to me. When you have that many relationships back to back that fail, at one point are you going to start looking at yourself too? But it's always someone else. To me, she has been demonstrating a huge narcissistic attitude over the last 2 years in general. I'm sure she was very sweet and genuine, and anybody who goes in that industry, they just chew you up and spit you out, but you do have a choice. And she chose wrong, and a lot of celebrities that you thought were sweet and innocent are going to be exposed just like Taylor, and they're all going to fall. If I was a celebrity, I would not be collabing with her through this football season or through the fall and winter. I would let things die off. I'm not going to say she isn't going to make a comeback or anything like that. For right now, I would step lightly around her. Her mouth is just going to continue to get her in trouble, and all this over display of shit during the football season. People are so tired of her. The only ones she really has standing with her are the 18 to 25 and under, and that's very limited when it comes to voting. They don't really get out and vote like they say they're gonna. There's more of us adults, and we see right through Taylor, and we're starting to speak about it. And I hope a lot of people do come out and express that they were once close to Taylor, and when they weren't usable anymore, she disposed. That truth needs to be shown.